Hey world, welcome to the third episode of Gazz's Pickups. This week I got a couple of random different things, as well as some games. So I'll start off. My girlfriend picked me this up while she was out shopping. It's a Supreme Leader Snoke diecast figurine. I've got a couple of these figurines. I've got the Darth Vader one, the white Boba Fett, Rey, and Kylo Ren. I've got a couple of vehicles as well, but Supreme Leader Snoke. I love Snoke. It's a shame. It's a shame they killed him off in The Last Jedi, but well. He's a good one for the collection. It's really, really fucking heavy as well. I don't know what she paid for it. She bought it for me as a gift, because that's what girlfriends do. I also, today in a charity shop in Liverpool, picked this up. I paid, you may just be able to see that, 99p. I bought that in the Bernardo's on Whitechapel in Liverpool. It didn't actually come with the stitch. It was just the red one. And I had a stitch big enough to go in it, or small enough to go in it anyway, because the original stitch was not present. But I think for 99p, that was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, man. Well pleased with that shit. That can sit on my couch with me from now on. That was quite cool. I may need to move the camera down a little bit so you can actually see what's on the couch with me. Okay, then on to the games. I picked up a few games this week. Well, let's go the least of it, really. I bought Bomberman Hardball for £1.99 in Level Up in Liverpool City Centre. That's my mate's shop again. I have no idea if this game's great. Don't know anything about it. Bomberman. I love Bomberman. Let's have a look. It says no manual included. There wasn't. Discs in. Don't know if you can see any difference. It's in pretty good condition. £1.99. I'm happy with that. I'd like to get most of the Bomberman games. Next game picked up. I picked this up in Level Up 2. £3.99 it cost me. Midway Arcade Treasures 3. It says manual is included. Yep, manual is present. And in pretty good condition. Discs in nice condition too. £3.99. I quite like these arcade treasures that things like Midway and Namco and any of these companies do, because they usually have quite a lot of retro games like that. Some of them are quite pricey or hard to come by, and it's quite fun to just play them on a modern console. Well, I say modern console. PlayStation 2 is no longer modern. Now I picked this game up after watching an episode of GameSack, I think it was, and they talked about it. It looks like a pretty good game. Enslaved. What's the rest of it? Odyssey to the West. I don't know much about this game other than what I saw on GameSack, but it looks really, really good. Post-apocalyptic world after the robot versus the human war, and you're one of the surviving humans fighting up against the surviving robots. You've got a girl. She's apparently not just following you; she's somewhat controlling you as well. The game looks fantastic, and one thing I love the fact that I paid £2.50 for this on eBay. I love the fact you can pay £2.50 for good games, and I've said for quite a while that I think the best generation of console gaming was the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. Despite the fact I think the consoles themselves were poorly built pieces of crap, I think the games that came out on both consoles are gonna be special in the future because it's really, really good libraries of games. I've got probably about 50, maybe 60 Xbox 360 games. All pretty good titles. That one's gonna go in with the rest of them. Okay then. What else did I buy? Okay then, I'll do this one first. This is a present off my girlfriend. She was out and about shopping in Liverpool city centre. I found this. I think she said it was in a CEX store. I'm not quite sure. It's called Exhaust Heat. I actually recognise the label quite a bit, but I never actually knew the name of this game because, as you might be able to tell, it doesn't stand out. It really doesn't stand out. It's a Super Nintendo game that I don't own. Again, I'm not quite sure what she paid for this. She said it was cheap, so that's good. It's a Super Nintendo game that I didn't own, which can go in me ever growing collection behind me. I do this thing every week. It's called me Game of the Week Challenge, and I've been doing it now for 104 weeks. Every week I have to buy at least one cartridge-based game for the Famicom, NES, Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, Atari 2600, or the Atari Jaguar. Basically, the cartridge-based consoles that I own, and that's my challenge. I have to buy at least one game, not for each of those consoles, but just one game each week. That's a cartridge-based. I started off buying just the one game, but I've got to the point now where I'm ending up with a plethora of games each week. Some of them I'm paying quite a lot of money for. Most of them I'm not paying that much for though. It's the idea. Get them as cheap as I can. Speak about getting things as cheap as they can. I paid £1 for this on eBay. It's called Turn and Burn No Fly Zone. I bought the NTSC copy of it, but I'm not that fussed about that. The game looks like it's a pretty decent game. It's not stellar or spectacular, but it looks fun. Yeah, I watched a video for this on SNES Drunk's channel, and he gives it a decent little talking about it. Made me want to buy it. I was willing to pay probably upwards of £10 to £15 for it because that's kind of what it goes for on eBay. But I put a £1 bid on a copy of the game, and it was an NTSC one, obviously, but it came and it was cheap. It's got a little bit of felt tip pen on it, which will probably come off if I try. It's got American stickers all over it. $19.99 this went for at one point. Don't know how long ago that was. There's also I like this. I like seeing this, especially when it's foreign as well. This on the back from Games. What's that company? Game Buzz from CA, California. $19.99. I paid £1 for it. It did have like $2.50 postage and packing, so $3.50 it cost. I'm happy with that. Next up is a game that the name of this game I'm pretty sure is Mickey Tokyo Disneyland Adventure. The sticker's not in great condition, as you could probably tell, but well, it's a game I didn't own. Again, I seen this on SNES Drunk's channel. I do a lot of watching his videos on his channel because he gives really, really good advice, and his opinion on games doesn't just it's not based on anything other than his actual experience on playing the game, and if he thinks it's worth still buying and playing today. And to be fair, I've not seen anything I disagree with. Now, of course, nobody will always like everybody else's preferences in games, but he always gives a fair point. But I bought that based on his fair point. I think I paid £3.75 with like another £3 postage and packing on it. It was quite cheap. It tends to go for about £10 to £15, and I've seen a copy or two of it go for quite a bit more. So when it comes to Super Famicom or Japanese imported games, you can get them at all kinds of prices. It's really good to keep your eye open on them. Anyway, the last game this week for me pickups video is Yoshi's Cookie. Now, the sticker's in fantastic condition, and it's surprisingly a game I didn't have already. But I paid £10 for this in my friend's shop, Level Up, in Liverpool City Centre, and I'm really happy to add that to my list of NES games. Anyway, that's everything I picked up this week. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share with all of your friends. I'd pretty much appreciate it. Thanks guys, see you next time.